If you like this video, please consider supporting the Oto Kano channel over on Patreon. Thank you! In this episode, we are taking a close look at the Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine by Daniel Smith. It is a beautiful turquoise color that I just can't get enough of. We did do a comparison between the Sleeping Beauty and the Kingman Turquoise at the end of season 2 of the Daniel Smith Color Showdown, and many of you said that you loved this color too. We had more people say that they own this color over the Kingman Green Turquoise Genuine we saw in that episode. It is a perfect teal color with no shimmer. It is very easy to re-wet and a joy to paint with. There has been some rumors about the mine in Arizona where the Sleeping Beauty Turquoise is mined from had closed. From what I could find, it seemed that the mine is still open, but back in August 2012, the mine owners decided to stop the production of turquoise and concentrate on the more lucrative production of copper only. Whether Daniel Smith bought a huge stockpile of this turquoise or not can only be speculated, and we will have to wait and see if something similar to the quinacridone gold genuine running out will happen to this color. Daniel Smith's website says, a unique and vibrant blue, the gemstone comes from Sleeping Beauty Mountain in Arizona, where we found a deposit that lived up to our high expectations. It is light first and permanent, with none of the transient color fade that plagues most turquoise. Turquoise has a unique porous nature that produces granular washes. Juicy washes flow from the brush, and dry brushwork has the intense texture found only in a mineral pigment. Traditional mineral pigments often have a muted feel, and a unique turquoise genuine has a true brilliance. We use the highest grade mineral that is found closest to the Earth's surface, where environmental factors have enhanced the structure to a gemstone quality and deepened the tonal richness to a remarkable blue. Historical reference of turquoise date back as far as Egypt's first dynasty. Turquoise from the American Southwest have been unearthed in Aztec ruins, and Persian turquoise has been used as a trading currency. Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine is a Series 5 color. It is excellent in light fastness, semi-transparent, non-staining and granulating. We are back, the paints have dried, and this is Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. I know we've had a look at this before, but it's just such a nice color that I'm happy to repaint the whole thing and show it to you all over again. It is a non-shimmering color. There's no sparkle or shimmer at all whatsoever in this color, but it is a gorgeously granulating color. And the granulation goes all the way from the matte stone to all the way here, which is quite a wide range. In terms of gradated washes, just like the Mayan Blue, you cannot cauliflower this. I go really rough on creating these gradations, and as you can see, no cauliflowering. So you can just throw water at this and you won't get into any trouble whatsoever. In terms of opacity, this color is classified as semi-transparent, and I think I agree with it. It's kind of between semi-transparent and semi-opaque. It's definitely got a lot more deposit down here, but for a turquoise color, that's quite normal. In terms of lifting, it's classified as no staining, and I almost agree with it, but it's not a no staining. There is some stain, or more like there are particles that are stuck in the pits of the paper that are stuck, and I wouldn't say that this is right back to the white. It's almost back to the white, but not quite. So maybe low staining, or somewhere between low staining and no staining. The one thing I don't recommend you do with this color is to layer too much with it. If you put too many layers on top of each other of this color, you get a subtle hue of like a yellowy ochre color coming through. So I would say stick to doing 1 or 2 layers, and certainly not like a couple layers in matte stone. It is much prettier color as a single layer. In terms of gauzing, it does a fantastic job creating the linear patterns that we're looking for in a gauzing technique. I wouldn't recommend either salt or water on this color. It's just meh. It doesn't do much and it's not very pretty in the result. In terms of color mixes, let's remind you of the colors that I mixed the Sleeping Beauty with, these 12 colors, and this is the result of mixing those 12 colors with Sleeping Beauty. I am a big fan of this lime green that you get from mixing cadmium yellow light with the Sleeping Beauty. It is really bright lime, and it's almost unexpected how bright it is considering the original color. The complement to the Sleeping Beauty is the red-orange area of colors, and so with the vermilion you get this nice cool muted gray. I have to say I am a big fan of the color you get from mixing permanent red with the Sleeping Beauty. You get this red that is muted, but then also the granulation really separates out from the red and settles as this bright specks of turquoise blue, and so that is a really nice effect. It also mixes really nicely with all the reds and purples and blues and greens. Although you don't see much of a hue shift, it's more like you make these really bright colors into a more softer version of the original color. Let's take a look at Sleeping Beauty with other colors. I collected lots of turquoise and cobalt colors because that's where the Sleeping Beauty kind of sits in the color range. We have Daniel Smith's Cobalt Teal Blue, which is like a brighter version of Sleeping Beauty. The Sleeping Beauty is a lot more muted. Cobalt Turquoise by Daniel Smith is a lot more green, so not really close. Then we have the Kingman Green Genuine, which we compared in the color showdown, and we know all about the difference there, don't we? And then we have Ultramarine Turquoise, which I have to say is quite close. And then we have the Phthalo Turquoise by Daniel Smith, but I watered it down. It is a slightly cooler version of the Sleeping Beauty. So if you have that color already, or the Ultramarine Turquoise, I'm not sure if you then need to dig really deep into your pocket and pay for the high cost of Sleeping Beauty. Then we have Amazonite, and that is a lot more green color. Then the Ultramarine Blue, which is basically a different version of Phthalo Turquoise, and that's a little bit too cool. The Ultramarine Turquoise Blue, Ultramarine Cobalt Green, which is completely different. Sennelier Turquoise Green is very blue. I don't know why they call this turquoise green, but it's very turquoise blue. Then we have the Sennelier Cobalt Green and Sennelier Phthalo Turquoise that is watered down. And as you can see, it's pretty close. So I would say if you own a tube of Phthalo Turquoise, then and you want kind of this kind of shade, then all you have to do is water it down a little bit. The characteristics that the Daniel Smith's Sleeping Beauty brings into that kind of family of colors is the fact that it is a nicely granulating color. So maybe you want to use like a weak Phthalo Turquoise but you need granulation, then it is worth getting the Sleeping Beauty. However, because of the high price of this color, if you have a Phthalo Turquoise tube and you don't need a granulation, then you're not going to get that much out of buying this color on top of what you already have. So that was Sleeping Beauty Turquoise Genuine. I know we talked about this before, but it never gets tiring to talk about how much we love this color. And you know I'm a big fan of this color. I just wish it was a little bit cheaper. So I do use this only sparingly, but it is a really nice color. What about you? Would you like to have this on your palette? Do let me know in the comments below. And if you do already own this color, then do let us know, as always, how you use this color in your painting. If this video was interesting and useful to you, then please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you haven't subscribed already. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!